A few years before the turn of the century, the inhabitants of Collinwood lived through a series of nightmarish events. The most mysterious of all these was the appearance of the disembodied hand of Count Patafi. The terror it unleashed was compounded by the arrival of the legendary Count Patafi himself, who came in quest of the hand. Failing to get it, he imposed a harsh punishment on all who lived at Collinwood. He decreed that each of them must discover the horrible truth about themselves and suffer the terrible consequences.
Good morning, my dear Charity. What's the matter, child? What have you got there? What's that you were reading?
It's a confession. It says that you and Mr. Hanley murdered my mother.
What do you have there, Charity? Where did you get this? Where did you find it?
It was lying there on the desk.
That's impossible. I saw it burn in the fireplace.
Then you know about it.
Of course I know about it. I've read every word of it.
It isn't true, is it?
I can see that you're ready to believe that it is true.
I don't know. I'm just so shocked.
You must have believed it. How dare you, Charity? How dare you give credence to this foul and libelous attack on your own father?
I didn't say that I believed it.
But you did believe it. I can see it on your face. You believed it without even giving me the benefit of the doubt.
No, it isn't true. I just didn't understand.
Well, then I shall make you understand, Charity. And never again will you harbor ill feelings about your own father.
Father, I couldn't help reading it.
For I say to you, Charity Trask, look to yourself before you have ill feelings about others.
Father, please, I did not believe what I read. Please believe me.
I ask you, Charity, where, when you were reading this scurrilous document, was your reliance on the Almighty? For if you had relied on Him, Charity, then you would have known that this so-called confession is nothing more than the rantings of some foul and evil person. For you know who was responsible for your mother's death, don't you, Charity?
Yes, Father.
Then tell me who it was.
Timothy Shaw.
I've been greatly concerned about the things that have happened in this house of late. Edward is on the brink of madness. You behaving last night like some common woman of the streets.
Father, you know I didn't realize what I was doing.
Of course you didn't. For once again, Charity, you have been unable to resist doing the devil's bidding. I say, that you are under Lucifer's power, just as Edward is under his power. I say that Lucifer is trying to undo the good that I have done in this house, and that you and all the others in this house are acting as his accomplices.
No, Father, no!
You know now, Charity, why this document is evil, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Then get down on your knees and pray, Charity, pray for the deliverance of your soul. Pray that I may find the strength to defeat the forces that threaten us. For I am the only one left who can secure salvation for us all.
Jameson? Jameson?
Have you been assigned to guard my cell?
Barnabas, he got good reason to keep you here.
And would you mind telling me what they are?
I let him tell you when he comes to see you tonight.
He's afraid of what's happening at Collinwood, isn't he?
Well, how should I know?
The truth can be very destructive, Magda. Beth Chavez found that out. And Edward. And Charity. And now Mr. Trask. They are all suffering after learning what they are really like inside.
It's so hard to believe that this is happening. You are Jameson.
And yet, I am not Jameson. Does that frighten you, Magda?
Oh, no, why should it frighten you?
Because you know your time, your own time will come. Eventually.
My own time? I don't know what you're talking about.
Very soon you will begin to see yourself. And Magda, you will not like what you see.
No, I don't believe you. Nothing will happen.
That's what our friend Mr. Trask said. But alas, it's happening to him anyway.
What is happening to him?
He is at Collinwood now. Yet, it is not the Collinwood that he has dreamed of mastering. No, now it is like a prison to him. And he is trapped alone in it. Alone with his conscience. And alone and tortured by the truth that he cannot erase from his mind.
this house, and I know why you're here. Minerva, leave this house. Do you hear me? Minerva! Stop doing this to me! I beg you, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Minerva? Minerva, listen to me. I am an innocent man. It's an evil force that has aroused your spirit against me. You must believe that, Minerva. You must believe that!
Are you all right, Mr. Trask?
Who are you?
My name, sir, is Tate. Charles Delaware Tate.
How do you know who I am?
Oh, by the way you're dressed. Your servants told me you were a man of the cloth. Say, who were you talking to just now?
No one.
Well, I'm sure I heard you addressing somebody named Minerva.
Can't you see that there is no one in this room other than us?
Yes, I can.
I was sitting here meditating when that sudden storm came up, the thunder, the lightning, the wind threw the window open. It frightened me.
Yes.
What's the matter, man? Don't you believe me?
Mr. Trask, I just came from outside, and there hasn't been any wind all day long.
Mr. Tate, what is your business here?
I'm an artist. I've been commissioned to do a portrait.
Of whom?
Quentin Collins.
I see. Do I know you, Mr. Tate?
No, I don't believe we've ever met. No, I'm sure we haven't. Say, these are very nice portraits, aren't they? I think I like this one the best.
No, I don't mean... I mean your name. You're not the Charles Tate.
Yes, I am. Charles Delaware Tate.
Well, your work is famous all over the country. I imagine you command a rather large fee.
I do.
Well, Mr. Tate, are you aware that Quentin Collins has practically no money? Can it be possible that he commissioned you?
Well, he didn't commission me. Actually, it was his late grandmother, Edith Collins. You see, I just haven't had time to get around to doing a portrait. Say, this one's nice.
I see. Well, it's a pleasure to welcome a man of your fame and talent to Collinwood.
Actually, I won't be staying at Collinsport or Collinwood. I've taken a studio in the village.
Oh, I see. That's too bad. There are any number of rooms here that you could have used.
Well, you see, Quentin Collins doesn't exactly want me to do his portrait. As a matter of fact, he says I'm not welcome here at all.
Not welcome? That's outrageous. Mr. Tate, permit me to apologize for Quentin's behavior. And I say that as master of Collinwood.
Oh, well, I take it that way. That's why I wanted to talk to you. You see, I'm doing his portrait from a photograph, and he took the last of the photographs, and I was hoping that maybe you knew where there were some others.
Well, yes, I believe there is a photograph of Quentin here.
Good.
In this desk. I remember Judith showing it to me one time.
Give me that!
I'm sorry, Mr. Tate. I was supposed to have mailed this to a friend. It's very important. Now, let me see if I can find that photograph for you. Yes, here it is. You may keep it as long as you need it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Trask.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Tate. How long will you be staying in Collinsport?
I guess I'll be finished with the portrait in about 2 weeks.
Well, then, perhaps you might consider doing a portrait of my daughter, Charity. Money is no object, Mr. Tate.
Oh, well, then I'll be glad to talk it over with you. Just as soon as I finish the portrait, Mr. Trask, it'll be a pleasure.
Who is it?
Charity.
Come in.
I heard your music playing, so I knew you were here. It's such a lovely day. I was thinking of taking a walk along the beach. I wondered if you'd like to join me.
Maybe some other time.
A walk by the sea would be good for you.
I don't like walks.
We wouldn't have to just walk. We could sit down somewhere and talk to each other.
Charity, you simply picked the wrong day.
Quentin, are you sad about something?
No.
I think you are. Why don't you come with me, Quentin? Maybe I could help you forget about your sadness.
Charity, I'm going to stay right here. Now, you better leave. I don't think your father would understand if he found you here in my room.
I don't think that would upset him so much as knowing who you were with last night.
What do you mean?
When I passed by this room, I heard you talking with Barnabas.
You were imagining things.
No, I wasn't. I know his voice when I hear it.
All right, what are you going to do? Tell your father?
I should. But I'm not going to. You might remember that the next time I invite you somewhere.
How long have you been out there listening?
I just arrived as she opened the door.
Oh, of course you did. What do you want?
Quentin, you got to come to the old house right away.
What for?
Because the boy, Jameson, he insists to see you.
Is he still possessed?
Yes.
Then it's not Jameson who wants to see me, is it, Magda? It's Count Patofi. Did you ask me here to remind me that the moon is going to be full tonight?
No. I asked you here to offer you an opportunity.
Opportunity? To do what?
To avoid your fate this evening.
How?
I know much more about your problem than you do. I know how it begins, how it manifests itself, and also how it could be ended. I am very anxious to leave this place. That is the basis of my offer. I will cure you in exchange for my freedom from this cell.
You offered to cure me once before, and nothing happened.
Well, I'm prepared to make good on my promise. I will cure you if you let me out of here. I must have your answer.
How do I know you can really do it?
You have only my word, but my word is good. The keys are on that wall.
Quentin,
I thought I told you to stay upstairs.
I knew something like this might happen, so I came down here to listen. You're a fool if you get those keys and open
Don't
the cell.
listen to her!
You'd better listen to me, because I know what I'm talking about.
Why am I a fool if I open the door?
Quentin, you ain't thinking. You're so desperate because you know that there will be a full moon tonight You're not thinking of the foolish things.
Like what?
Oh, like the hand. He cannot possibly cure you without the hand, and he ain't got it.
She's right. Julianka told me before she died that the hand was needed to end the curse. You tried to trick me.
I warned you once before, madam, that your time would come. Perhaps it shall come a little bit sooner than you and I expected.
Your father only said he wanted to commission a portrait of his daughter. He didn't say what you looked like. That's come as a pleasant surprise.
Thank you, Mr. Tate. I hope it doesn't disturb you having visitors in the studio while you work.
No, I don't mind at all, as a matter of fact. I'm almost finished for the day anyway.
Your studio is charming. How did you find it?
A friend of mine rented it last summer and told me about it. Well, I think that about does it for the day. If you'll excuse me for a minute while I get all this gook off my hands, we'll talk, okay?
Yes, of course.
Excuse me.